Hello, I'm John Lamberger.
I'm Lindsey Farini.
And you're listening to Sheepland. This is a podcast about great issues. It's not necessarily about history of everything that's happened. It's not really about the news of today. It's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, and we're trying to ask the questions that everyone is wondering. They just don't have the outlets to ask them.
Sheepland, a program about the great issues facing humanity.
A Mooreposts podcast.
So we are graduate students. Lindsey, why are you studying international relations?
Well, I actually have quite a bit of background in not necessarily international relations, but cultures and languages. And when I was in high school, I did a study abroad program in Spain for Spanish, and then I did a study abroad program in Argentina for Spanish. And that kind of got me interested in cultures. So I went to Utah State and I did my undergrad in international studies and global peace building. And after I got done with that, I didn't think that I would ever go back to school. But then I moved to Denver and I saw this international security program here at Denver University. And I just thought I'd give it a shot. And here we are. And
so you're already living in Denver and then you came?
I was already living in Denver and then I decided to go back to school. I've only lived here now for a couple of years. I haven't been here very long. And I moved here just for fun. And I didn't really know what I was doing. And it just happened to work out that I'm here at this school and I'm finding my niche. And yeah. What about you, John? What got you? You have quite a extensive background on.
I in some ways, I think I don't. Like every day I come to school, I'm like, oh, I don't really know anything about any of this.
I don't think anyone knows anything.
That's true. Gosh, where do I start? Well, I graduated high school. I went to film school for 2 years. It's like a weird trade film school. A few years after that, I joined the Marine Corps, and they sent me away to Asia and Japan. And I've always loved like social studies and geography and history, and I've always found that to be very compelling because like this happened. This isn't like, not to say that fiction work isn't beautiful or compelling, but I don't know, nonfiction always spoke to me more. I decided to end my contract when it expired. And before that, I knew I was going to go to college. And I found out about the University of Denver in 2012 when Obama and Romney debated here.
I heard that. I learned that just recently. At
Magnus Arena, they debated. And I'm like, oh, they have colleges in Denver? It's 2011, 2012. I have no idea. So it was always in the back of my mind. And then I was like, well, I should go there for my master's. And then I was like looking around other schools for my bachelor's. And I'm like, oh, wait, I should just go here too. And I've just, I love it. I love the classes. I love the culture. I love like everything about the political science of this all. It's like deeply fascinating. I can't picture a more important thing.
No,
maybe
especially
like
in today's...
maybe like medicine, like
right.
Being a doctor, I'm sure, that's great. But for me, like this is it.
It's just such like a large scale, you're dealing with the world.
Right.
And especially in, today's time, it's an important topic to be studying. But this is definitely the school to do it at. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize the impact that it had and the type of people that went here, my peers currently, my instructors, everybody. I had no idea the experience that they have and what the school had to offer. And it's just a great environment to be in. And it's interesting because we're studying such, depressing topics, but somehow, like, our peers in the classes that we're in, we still find a way to, like, find hope and positivity and, like, smile and giggle a little bit.
Right.
Which I think is pretty cool.
And a lot of the subjects, like, are very, like these things happen. Like, people get hurt. It's how the world is operating. And while it can get really dark, I feel like very proud, because it's like me that is putting myself out there to look at this, to be at the front of studying this.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, part of me is like, I don't want, it's like a protective thing, I guess. Like, I'll talk to my relatives, and some of them will be like, oh yeah, like, like, mispronounces this group of people in a different part of the world, or like.
Yeah, totally. I kind of am not too happy to admit this, but I used to be pretty, like, ignorant, and I just would say, leave me out of it. I don't like it. I don't want conflict. Like, keep me out of it. I don't want to know. It's too depressing. And it's just been interesting since being here to, like, feel that shift and be like, wow, I'm actually really proud that I'm studying this. And like what you said, putting myself out there to be willing to do such important things and essentially make a difference or an impact on something super important that's affecting people's lives.
Right. I always think about this deep question, but like, is it better to know or to not know?
Yeah.
About anything?
I know. Well, people say ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Which is true, but then nothing's getting better.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right.
It's a tough question.
Right.
We'll never know. We'll never know, really.
Well, I would rather know, because I think I can be the one that maybe can help people.
Yeah.
Or to make things easier, or just to be part of the process.
Right.
I think I've got a good brain, I think.
Yeah, you got something up there.
I got a good brain, the brain said.
It's not completely hollow when I knock.
Not completely. There's some loose change up there, I think. But to be in it, I think, is important.
Yeah, it is. Mooreposts, the website. How did you get into it? Just tell me tell me the process.
I was last spring. I got a text from a peer, a student, a friend of mine. His name is Connor Moore. And he, out of the blue, just asked me, like, hey, do you want to, like, live together next year? And I'm like, sure. So then we moved in together. And then I was in the kitchen. He might have been in the living room. And he was like, hey, do you want to, like, do creative work for this publication? And I said, sure. That's really it. And here we are. And I've always wanted to start a podcast, but why start a podcast? You know?
Yeah, right.
Like in 2025, like podcasting is over almost, but I feel like it's a good medium to talk to people, to listen to people, to hear.
Yeah.
It's like a new golden age of radio almost.
Yeah, it is, actually. That's a good way to put it.
So this is really episode 0 of just introducing, us to each other in a way, but then to anyone who listens to this.
Yeah.
But we want to do episodes around great issues, essentially. So we're really excited. Our episode 1 will be about nuclear weapons.
Yeah. It'll be with Debak Das,
Yes.
who is an expert, and his primary studies are nuclear weapons.
Right.
And everything around them.
Yeah, it's kind of I'm pretty excited because it's like, oh wow, like a world-class expert. I get to like just
I know.
pick
And
his
there's
brain.
just so many questions. I mean, I even have brought it up to people like, oh, I'm gonna like interview this guy, and he studies nuclear weapons. And they're like, what do you mean he studies nuclear weapons? Like, how to use them?
Yeah.
I was like, no. I mean, there's just, everyone has so many
Maybe.
questions.
Right.
And it's just such like a profound topic. So it'll be interesting to pick his brain.
Right.
You know?
Everything you want to know about nuclear weapons, but we're too afraid to ask. Like what about what if they were like bigger? I don't know. Like no, it'll be a little better. I think we're gonna.
Yeah.
We've compiled a bunch.
Yeah. Yeah. We got some questions to ask him.
And it's beyond like nuclear weapons, great or the greatest
to
thing.
Use or not use.
Yeah, good, bad. What do you think? It'll be nuanced and fun, interesting.
Yeah, kind of just stuff that no one, including ourselves, like thinks about when we talk about nuclear weapons.
Yeah, and we are laughing and very excited, but it is actually a very scary and real thing.
It's a very intense topic.
Right. I'm laughing because I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah. Right.
Right? That's why we laugh.
We just laugh for the next one.
Anywho.
So.
The apocalypse.
Yeah.
Do you like podcasts?
I do like podcasts. I mean, I pretty much listen to crime podcasts just because when I listen to podcasts, it's in my free time. And I'm trying to, when I say I'm trying to unwind by listening to a crime podcast, that doesn't sound too great. But
I've done that. I've listened to, I liked Serial a lot.
Serial was a good one.
I liked, what was it called?
What was the podcast? I know you really like podcasts as well. What was the one that you were telling me to listen to? And I think they talk about like any subject.
In Our Time by the BBC.
Yeah, In Our Time. Yeah, what's that one about again?
It's with Melvin Bragg. He's the BBC. He basically just sits down with a few subject matter experts, like world-class academic voices on whatever. And for 50 minutes, they all compile the most important, concise way of thinking or talking about that topic. And they'll talk about like Jupiter. They'll talk about the Christmas Carol.
Like the most random, just miscellaneous.
Just miscellaneous things, but like they are miscellaneous, but they're not though. It was like, oh my God, 15th century Chinese poetry is changing my life. Just deeply fascinating things. But my favorite part is that it has to be concise. And so he's constantly ensuring that the subject experts don't like stray too far. And he's like, no, I'm sorry, we can't be talking about that.
Reel it
outside the scope, reel it in. And the experts are like, no, this is actually important to know about, the War of 1786, whatever. Yeah. And he's like, I'm sorry, that's outside the scope. We're moving on.
Yeah.
So it's like
keeps everyone on track.
Highly recommended. He's retiring this year.
Oh.
I'm very sad, but he's done it
right when I'm about to get into this podcast?
Well, they're all available at 20 years worth of these podcasts. They're all free.
That'll do.
There's no commercials. They just put them out online. What do you look for in a podcast?
What do I look for in a podcast? I mean, flow is really important. Mm-hmm.
Dead silence.
Yeah, no flow. But I don't know. I mean, I personally have a fairly short attention span. So when the episodes get too long, you lose me. So I like the short and sweet podcasts. I like information. I like informative podcasts, you know? Pretty much the opposite of what you and I are doing right now.
Right. Well, this isn't that long.
No, we're not. It's
So
not
a
long.
4-hour epic on the first year of World War I doesn't interest you?
Yeah.
I think we can lean into silences. I think we can be, it doesn't have to, we don't have to fill every
That's funny. I was actually just watching a podcast, and it was a casual one. It was two actors from like SNL, Saturday Night Live. I can't remember, but they were talking, and she was like, "One of your many talents is leaning into silence. How do you do that?" And the other one's just sitting there, like not saying a word, like leaning into the silence. And I don't know, I just thought it was kind of funny.
Is it Amy Palmer?
Yes, it was Amy.
Okay,
yes,
yeah.
It was Amy Poehler and Dakota Johnson. But Amy Poehler was like, how do you handle silence so well? And the other one's just sitting there nodding her head.
I think we should use silence more in our daily lives. It doesn't have to be like this hostile thing.
Like awkward, weird.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
Thing.
And even if it is awkward, like life is awkward.
It's as awkward as you make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Call to action.
And on a serious note.
War, politics, sports.
No, but actually, I think it's pretty cool that we're given a platform like Mooreposts to be able to do something like this. And we're able to even have the opportunity to, in the future, interview and pick experts' brains about these kinds of topics and great issues. And we're just excited to see what happens and who we get to meet and what we learn. And yeah, we're looking forward to it.
I find this to be an extension of kind of everything else that I think is important about learning about international relations, international studies, the science of humans and communities. And I absolutely agree.
Sheepland.
Sheepland. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da.
Sheepland, a program about the great issues facing humanity.
A Mooreposts podcast.